Your feet are cold before the sun is up. You are standing in a stone tub filled to your shins with water and something sharper than water, and you are walking without going anywhere. Left, right, left, right. The cloth beneath your feet slides and folds. Your soles have not been dry in 13 years. You are 25 years old, and this is how every day begins. This is your life as a citizen of Pompeii. You were born in this town and you expect to die in it. Most people do. Your father worked wool before you, and his hands were always cracked, and now yours are too. When you were 8, the ground shook so hard that walls came down, and the fountains stopped running. 17 years have passed, and men are still rebuilding the roofs. You have known nothing but a town half finished, scaffolding against the temples, fresh plaster over old cracks. At 12, they put you in the vats. You did not choose the trade. Nobody asks a boy what he wants. You were told the family needed the wage, and your feet went into the tub, and they have been going in ever since. The sharp smell in the tub is urine. This is not a secret, and nobody is ashamed of it. It is collected from pots on the street corners, and it cleans the grease from wool better than anything else known. By midday, you no longer smell it. By evening, your neighbors smell it on you, and they say nothing, because half the town works cloth, and everyone smells of something. You tread cloth from first light. The work is your whole body. Your thighs burn by the second hour. Your back learned its shape years ago, and will not unlearn it. When the cloth is clean, you haul it out, heavy and dripping, and it weighs more than a child. You wring it with another man, the two of you twisting from opposite ends until your forearms shake. Then it dries on frames in the yard, and then comes the part that makes the cloth white. It is hung over a low cage with sulfur burning underneath, and the fumes bleach it, and the fumes catch in your throat every single time. You have coughed every morning for years. You think this is normal. For a fuller, it is. The workshop is not yours. You work for a man who owns the vats and the presses and the yard, and at the end of the week he counts a few coins into your hand, and most of them are gone again by the next morning, on bread and rent, and the small things the family cannot do without. Your feet are stained a permanent yellow-brown to the ankle, and no amount of washing takes it out. You stopped trying years ago. The nails on your big toes have gone thick and strange. There's a wooden comb you use to raise the nap on the dry cloth, worn smooth where your hand grips it, and it is the closest thing to your own that you touch all day. You are good at this work. Nobody has ever told you so, and you have never once been thanked. But the cloth that leaves your hands is whiter than the next man's, and you know it, and some days that is enough. You eat bread and salted fish and whatever is cheap. You drink wine cut heavily with water. On a good day, there are olives. You share 2 rooms behind the workshop, with your mother and your younger brother. His name is Felix. He is 7. He follows you to the vats when he is not chased away, and he rides on your shoulders through the streets. And he asks the same questions every day, and you answer them every day. You would put yourself between him and anything. You already have more than once over nothing, a cart, a dog, a drunk man. It is the one thing about yourself you are sure of. For weeks the wells have tasted strange and some have gone dry. The dogs are uneasy. None of this means anything to you because the mountain above the town has been green and quiet your whole life, and your father's life, and his father's before that. Nobody alive remembers it as anything but a mountain for grapes. Then, past midday, it opens. There's a sound you have no word for, and above the summit a column of gray climbs into the sky, straight up, taller than anything should be able to stand, and it spreads at the top like a great flat tree. The sun goes behind it. People come out into the streets and point, and they do not run, because nobody knows yet that this is the thing to run from. Then the stones begin to fall. They are light and gray and full of holes, and they come down like hard rain and do not stop. They fill the streets to your ankles, then your knees. Roofs begin to give way under the weight. You find Felix. You pull him inside your cloak, against your chest, and you hold him there with both arms, and you tell him it is only a storm. You do not believe it. The sky is black now in the afternoon, blacker than any night, and the only light left is the mountain itself, burning at the top. He asks you the question he always asks: where are we going? You do not answer, because for the first time in his life, you have nothing to tell him. You try for the gate. Everyone tries for the gate. The streets you have walked your whole life are gone under gray. The air is thick and hard to pull into your chest, and the stones keep coming. Some people shelter indoors, and the roofs come down on them. Some run for the harbor and find the sea has pulled back and turned strange. You get as far as a grown man carrying a child can get, and then you stop, because there is nowhere that the falling stops. You crouch against a wall you have leaned on 1,000 times. You keep Felix under the cloak. His weight is the only thing you can still feel that makes any sense. The morning does not come, or if it comes, you never see it. The air turns hotter than air should ever be. You hold on. That is the last work your body does. The same work it always did, holding something and not letting go. They find you more than 1,700 years later. Not your body, that is long gone, but the shape of it, a hollow left in the hardened ash, filled again and lifted back into the light. A grown figure curled against a wall, and inside the curve of it, smaller, held close, another. The people who find you do not know your name, or Felix's, or your trade. They know only what the shape tells them, which is the last thing you did, which is the only thing you were ever sure of. Right now, your own feet are warm. You're somewhere with a roof that will hold. You have people you would put yourself in front of without thinking. And most days you never have to, and you forget that this is the whole of it. The man in the ash never got a warning that mattered. He got an ordinary morning with cold feet, and then he got one thing to do, and he did it. You will almost certainly never be asked to do the same, but you already know what you would hold on to.